Hi, everyone. This is Reverend Aaron Walter, the Minister and Executive Director of the Texas UU Justice Ministry. And I'm here with just a few crucial days left before the election with Sarah Burrell Harrop, who is the intern minister and UU the Vote organizer for TXUUJM. And we want to talk with you about some really exciting opportunities to make really an impactful difference in these next few days. But before I go any further, I want to say this. If you do nothing else, if you don't get to watch these few minutes of video, which we hope you will, but if you do nothing else, the place to find the opportunities is TXUUJM.org. That's our website. I think you can see it over here somewhere. We're going to be updating these things as they come. This work happens fast and a lot of opportunities can pop up. So if you think you know what we're doing, I guarantee you we're doing even more than last time you looked. So go to TXUUJM.org to our UU the Vote section, look for a flyer, a link that will tell you everything that's going on. Now, with that, I want to invite Sarah, who has been doing amazing work along with so many of you. You all have been getting out the postcards, the calls, the texts. You've been talking to people in your communities. It's amazing. Sarah, will you tell us, with just a few days to go, what opportunities do you want to highlight for people to fight for democracy with us?
Yeah. So I would say the thing that's most exciting has just emerged as of yesterday and today, and that's text banking to the voters identified by Center for Common Ground. That's a partnership or collaboration between us and UU the Vote and Center for Common Ground, where we will be using UU the Vote's software get through to text those same voters that we were postcarding to. And we will have a series of trainings. And once that you are trained, you can actually text through the whole weekend. And there's like 800,000 numbers in Texas that we may not be able we may not be able to get through, but like we can make a good college try. And and I would like to highlight the importance of the nonpartisan work in this.
Before
Oh,
hold
go
that
ahead.
thought. No, before you do that, well, let's just pause for a minute. About 800,000 Texans, and y'all, these are predominantly Black voters in Texas, voters who have been their votes have been suppressed through various tactics. So this is why, and Sarah will talk about it, but it's faith work for us to be reaching out to voters who are not having an easy time of it sometimes. But that's amazing, 800,000 numbers, and we have been in some text banks where they already ran through the numbers. Some of you were there. So we do have the potential to reach 800,000 Texans in the next few days. Okay, Sarah, take it away. I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
Oh,
that's
no,
so
no, that's
exciting.
yeah,
It's
no,
so
actually
exciting.
the texting does go pretty fast, because of the nature of the work. And these Texans, as you were saying, Reverend Aaron, we might be the only campaign contacting them, and nonpartisan is the best way to contact them. When I was working with the Environmental Voter Project, who is calling unlikely voters, they said one of the things that their research has indicated is that those infrequent voters are turned off by partisan language. And so it's also the case that nonpartisan might be the only way to get them to vote. And so it's super, super important for us to be participating in this way. So again, this text banking is an emerging opportunity. You need to go to the website and we'll just post the information as we get it. We do have a Callapalooza scheduled for tomorrow. And so that's a drop in between 12 and 3 on tomorrow.
Real quick,
And
Sarah
yeah,
and I are having this conversation on Thursday, November 3rd. So when she says tomorrow, we're looking at Friday, November 4th
yeah.
for the Callapalooza. Sarah, what's the time again for that?
It's 12 to 3 p.m. Central.
Central.
So it's
So
drop
again,
in. Oh, go ahead.
no, people can find those links at
Yeah,
txuujm.org on our You the Vote.
right.
Keep going.
Yeah, you drop in, you get trained, and you get the support. It's like no collar left behind. We'll have a similar session on Monday. So for us, if you want to be doing stuff, um, I would say I would say try to get trained on the texting, and then you can text all weekend if you like.
Right. You could be watching a movie and texting,
And
right?
just click send, 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 send. Get your
Oh,
laptop and just have it like in front of you while you're watching All In, the struggle for democracy, and then just text, text, text.
there you go. I have a vision for my weekend now. But the thing is, you can do a little bit or you can do a lot, right? Sometimes you try something new and it ends up being really fun and you might do it all weekend, or you might do it for 30 minutes and it will be so appreciated.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
voter counts. What I heard from our partners at Mono Amiga yesterday was that in Hayes County, for example, elections are frequently decided by 10 votes. 12 votes. It's mind blowing. And here's the thing, for us as people of faith, as a Unitarian Universalist State Action Network, the work that we're doing is about the long-term project of democracy. And so many people are losing faith in that. And as Sarah was saying, as wonderful as our partisan work, for those of you who are doing that, good job on all the work that you're doing to connect with voters. But for those people who are turned off by the partisan part of things, we make these jokes right now, right, about the memes where like certain candidates are texting you like 15 times a day or emailing you 15
Mhm,
times a day. Not everybody's getting that. Some people are not being reached at all because they're not on those rolls of likely
mhm, mhm.
voters. So we're reaching out to people who might not already be super 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 exhausted by 15 calls a day or 15 emails a day. Sarah, I want to ask you if there's anything else you want to say on that topic before I share a bit of a story from one of our board members.
I just want to say a thank you to the people who, like this board member, are working the polls, who have already agreed to be poll monitors and help with that, or even on the ballot board helping to process mail ballots. Like, all of y'all are part of what makes our elections run. And so that I would just also, lift up. I know there's a lot of y'all that's doing that, and I'm so appreciative of that.
Absolutely. And those of you who will be texting, you're doing that in support to get voters out. And those folks who are
Mhm,
already sitting there working the polls day in and day out,
mhm,
let's get some voters to them. So here's an example. Texas UU Justice Ministry board member Tim Gibson wrote to us and shared this. Tim says, "I got the call on Monday that Dallas County was short on poll workers, and I decided to work the polls. Here's the view from where I am working in East Dallas." He says, "At the same location in 2020, early voting, we did nearly 20,000 votes over 3 weeks. This election,
mhm,
we only have 2 weeks of early voting. And thus far at that location, this was 2 days ago, he says we've had about 6,000 voters since Monday of last week." And then Tim ends that message with, "Get on the phones and get our
mhm.
voters out." So
Yeah.
thank you for that, Tim. Thank you for the work you're doing and just the encouragement. Y'all, I see people talking online about like, does so and so have a chance? Does this thing have a chance? Everything has a chance if we put in the work of democracy, of voter turnout. It's we don't know what it would look like if we text
Mhm,
800,000 Texans. Who can predict the power of getting out that vote? So, Sarah,
mhm.
anything else that you want to leave folks with before we go?
This is an act of faith. This is work of our faith, and it's an act of love. Yeah. And
Amen.
so I really hope to see y'all at one
Yes.
of our events.
Yes. So I just want to invite everyone to take a breath with us. We're very excited because this text banking opportunity is huge and it's new, and we're working out the details of when and what. Like I said, stay tuned. But as Sarah said, this is our faith work. So let's take a breath together, okay? Spirit of life and love, I ask a blessing on all of us in the work that we're doing in the project of democracy, of love, of getting out the vote, of connecting with our fellow Texans and our partners and our justice seeking friends all around the country and beyond.
Mm,
I ask for safe and just elections, and that we may be fulfilled in this work that we're doing together. Let it just be the beginning of the relationships and the work that we're doing for justice in Texas. I'm so excited about the people we've been getting to know. And I ask a blessing on all of your work, and just with deep, deep, deep gratitude to be doing this work together. Amen.
mm. Amen.
Sarah, thank you for all
Right.
the organizing you're doing. I'm going to be keeping an eye on TXUUJM.org and our You the Vote page and our Facebook page. I'm going to be looking for emails from Sarah. I hope everyone will be looking for emails from Sarah Burrell Harrop and from myself. We're going to keep you posted, and we want to see you over the next few days. Let's really get our voters out to the polls. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Happy texting. 800,000. Bye.
Bye.